And we welcome you back to Iroquois High School here in Elma, New York for the second half of our Adelphia HTTV doubleheader coverage. Time now for the boys' game as the Amherst Tigers take on the Iroquois Chiefs. Frank Stewart along with Walter John Sears for game 2. This has the makings of a very good contest. Both teams expect to be very strong in Division III basketball here in Western New York. Let's take a look at some of the starters here tonight for the Amherst Tigers. It's going to be Geoff Klaffka, senior, along with Sean Brown. Amir Shareef's just the only junior in the starting lineup, an outstanding athlete. Sam Berger getting a start along with Jon Szatkowski. Seniors, not a lot of size, but great hustle on the court. And you see some of the backup players there, Pawloski, Ferretti, O'Neill, Orta, and Danny Howard, who will see a lot of playing time here tonight, along with Sciascia, Tryon, Mahoney, and Monahan, who was also giving them good size, and he will be on the court an awful lot here tonight as well for the Amherst Tigers coming into this season under their coach.
Amherst will go about 8 deep.
And there you see the Iroquois Chiefs with Weatherby Cunningham, just a freshman, getting the start, along with John Jimenez, John Jarnett, and Scott Riley. Juniors, freshmen, senior, a lot of young talent there. Then you go to the backup players with Paul Makowitz, Dave Monty, Brian Faith, Brandon Hayes. He will get some playing time on the court here tonight. And of course, some of the other substitutes and backups, Brian Argauer, John Hutter, and Brian Carey. Hutter also a freshman. He should see some playing time on the court as well for Coach Archie O'Brien.
Well, Archie O'Brien will go about 8 deep also. You know, they had a great year last year, but they lost a lot of key players. Right now they're 1-1, and Amherst, the stronger of the two teams coming in, 1-2. There's Archie O'Brien, the Iroquois head coach in his 16th year, and of course he'll be opposed by Mike Chatelle in his 10th year, 14 overall. Now join us at home for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I think an interesting game, Frank. Mike Chatelle in his 9th season and 14 overall. And talking to Archie O'Brien, he really fears this Amherst Tigers team coming in here. And they run a lot of offense on motions, and they get cuts. You see some man defense, full court pressure. And I guess they're a real strong team this year, Amherst.
Well, I think the thing to remember, Walt, is that the ultimate compliment paid to both sides by both coaches. Each one said the other team is going to be the powerhouse in their division. So they both expect a little gamesmanship going on there between both coaches, as Mike Chatelle has a very strong team with good athletes, again, out there for the Amherst Tigers, and they love to run the court. And, of course, for the Iroquois Chiefs, they were top dogs last year in their division, and Coach O'Brien lost their 3 big guns, but he says this young team here, they've got to put it together, and they'll be really tested here on their home court tonight.
Joe Greco will throw it up, along with Richard Andrzejewski, the 2 referees, officials in this game. And Iroquois has won the division title 3 consecutive years. Last year was the first time ever in the school history they won the overall B championship.
Amir Shareef wins the offensive tap, but he tips it to number 3, Weatherby, for the Iroquois Chiefs, and we get a foul call on the move to the basket. Weatherby wearing number 3, getting the start here tonight. There you see Sean Brown. He'll get the personal foul as he ran over Scott Riley a little bit on that offensive play.
It's like a man-for-man defense. The Tigers open up with a man-for-man.
Handling the basketball, John Jimenez, 6'3" junior. Jimenez working against the defender, looking to get free. Kicks it out to Jarnett. Working the ball up top. Into the big guy, Scott Riley. They go to the freshman in the corner. This is Cunningham. Cunningham, a very solid player. Move to the basket, bank shot, a little strong. Hangs up on the rim, and the Tigers come down with the defensive rebound, and here goes Amir Shareef. A little one-on-one, hangs in the air, tough shot. And fighting for the basketball and getting a hold of it is John Jimenez.
That was a good box out there. Jimenez helped out by Scott Riley, who boxed out the Amherst player for the rebound and allowed Jimenez to get it.
Jimenez looking for the jump shot, leaves it just a little short. Shareef gets up off the floor. Walt, he's a great athlete, but has it stripped away, and stepping on the sideline, there was John Cunningham. There you see John, just a freshman. 5 feet 8 inches tall, has tremendous quickness, though. It's unusual to see a freshman starting.
Amherst opened up in a man-for-man, and of course that's Eva Cunningham's brother. And man-for-man now opened up on defense by the Chiefs.
Klaffka kicks it out top to Szatkowski for the Tigers. There's a good looking opportunity, and the shot wide open, hitting it, number 34. Sam Berger, 6'3" senior.
Well, that's the old set shot.
He took his time with that one,
Yeah, he never got off the floor, just a set shot, and Sam Berger hit it. And you mentioned he's 6'3", he's not a short guy for a set shot.
A little pick and roll in the reverse, up and in. Good rotation of the basket there for Riley. And he used his size and the rim to screen the defender.
Beautiful play. Riley just had to lay it in, and he did his job.
And he passed up the jump shot that time. Kicks it back out to Brown. Brown's one-hander in and out. And Jarnot has the rebound, running the court the other way.
It's an odd-looking shot by Brown, almost a shot put type of shot. One-handed play.
Weatherby, left-hander. Strong with that one. Jarnot with the rebound in the offensive glass.
Nice strong rebound by Jarnot. For his size, he really got up there.
2-2 tie here, 5:45 and counting down in the first quarter. Big Division III matchup here between these two schools.
Archie O'Brien was telling me his club really had trouble setting up on offense.
Menez almost got his own rebound, but Cunningham beat it to it, so another offensive rebound. Tigers not doing well on the defensive glass. There's a jump shot. That misses. And it's chased down in the corner and out of bounds. So it turns back over to the Amherst Tigers.
Yeah, Jarnot missed that last shot. They had Jimenez wide open for 2 threes. Jarnot wide open. They're just ice cold right now. But Archie O'Brien was saying they're really not a good setup offense at this point in the year. It's awful early.
This is Klaffka. And they kick it into the corner to Brown. Trying to get a little separation from himself and the defender. Hangs in the air, and he gets a kind roll off the glass and falls through, so the Tigers take a 4-2 lead.
That's a good-looking athlete there on that shot. Brown with the one-handed shot.
Posting up the left-hander, there is Weatherby. Trying to find a little room against Shareef. Didn't happen. Oh, bad play by Cunningham. Wow, got away with something there. And into the paint, good layup pass opportunity and missed. The big guy, Scott Riley, had the easy layup. Got a little too anxious with it, missed it and tapped it out of bounds.
Well, Chiefs, a beautiful passing play, and that's one that Riley has to finish. I think he got caught in between, Frank. Did he want to bank it or did he want to shoot it straight through? And Riley will sit now, and Brandon Hayes will come on and replace him at the center spot.
Hayes, a 6'3" senior, wearing number 30 into the game.
I think we're going to see those two rotate the center spot quite a bit, Riley and Hayes.
Shareef trying to get free along the baseline, in a lot of traffic. Hangs in the air, gets it rejected, and it's off the fingertips. And they say it was off the Iroquois player on the baseline.
Jimenez made a good rejection, but then Shareef so quick to get the ball back.
Klaffka looking to inbound the ball. Into the paint to Brown, back outside. Dumps it down to the Brown. Brown, a tough angle shot that time. A little bit of a fadeaway, and he got it off the glass. Good shot. 6'2" Amherst.
Well, he's a good-looking player, Brown. And Berger really set it up nicely with that pump fake off his shot attempt. He faked it, and he passed it wide open into Brown, who laid it in off the glass.
Kind of a roll to the basket there for Cunningham. He's double-teamed, kicked out to Jarnot. Drives, hangs in the air, and they may have given him the basket. Had that one gone. John Jarnot, a 5'11" junior.
A real nice, strong move by Jarnot on that drive, and I think you're right. Let's take a look. He blows by everyone. I think they would have given him.
I think you're right. And stayed up in the air.
Well, no, I guess not, because they're taking it out of bounds.
Pulling up, 16-footer, all that. Nice shot there for John Jimenez.
Jimenez, our top player, nailed that one.
6'4". There's a jump shot from Klaffka for 3. Geoff Klaffka comes through, the 5'10" senior.
Klaffka had a possible broken toe. We don't know if he was going to start in this.
Cunningham takes it all the way. Oh, just a little out of control. He had a layup. Shareef. Oh, Brown takes a bump from behind and tries to get the shot at the same time. Sean Brown, a 6'1" senior.
What a great pass from Shareef to Brown. Shareef likes to dish, he says, and he likes to drive into the hole for Mike Chatelle's team.
John Hutter checks into the game. He's a freshman. He's in the game for the other freshman, John Cunningham.
Yeah, unusual to see a freshman point guard.
Oh, Shareef lost it off his knee, lost his concentration momentarily.
Lost his
it's a turnover.
concentration. It's not easy in that corner, Frank. Fans are right on top of you. Going in and out to the restroom and for refreshments.
Jimenez all the way to the basket. Wow, he's out of control that time, and the turnover. Oh boy, a lot of contact. Officials let him play.
Nice.
Berger left hands it up and in.
Berger and a beautiful pass. Set Berger up.
Archie O'Brien screaming for a foul, didn't get it. And there's a bump away from the ball, and that's going to be on Berger. Putting a lot of pressure on Jimenez.
Szatkowski was the player that, point guard that set up Berger on that layup. Now the foul's on Berger. Boy, Amherst looking strong here in the early going, Frank.
Jarnot trying to inbound the ball. Took a little time. Finally gets it in. 2:48 and counting down in this first quarter. Iroquois on the home court having trouble scoring points. Now there's a bump from behind on Sean Brown.
Over the back, Sean Brown from behind, as you mentioned. Pretty obvious right now, a little bit more athletic team, the Amherst Tigers, with Brown and Shareef.
Well, they're giving up some size. Iroquois with a taller lineup. Brian Faith into the game, number 23. There's a bomb shot from Hunter. 3. That'll get you back into it.
Well, they left him wide open, head of the tee, and he hit it.
Hunter, just a freshman, comes in and scores some big points.
It's an easy shot if he's got a good shot, and Hunter made it easily.
Boy, Shareef, wow, that's a tough shot. Drives in, pulls away, hangs in the air, little fade away, and all net.
And here's some pressure, too, in the backcourt by the Tigers.
Jimenez gets away from the defender. 13-7 the score.
That was a real tough shot, though, Frank, by Shareef, one-on-one.
This is Brian Faith, a 5'11 senior. Running the motion offense, screen and move.
The Chiefs have been all outside. They're winding that shot clock down.
9 seconds left on the shot clock. Jimenez along the baseline. Bothered by Berger. That's a very difficult shot. He's fortunate to get the foul call that time. Let's see who it goes against.
Well, I don't think they have anyone that can check Jimenez on the Amherst team one-on-one. I mean, he's just very adept the way he handles the basketball.
John Jimenez, a 6'3 junior, will get 2 free throws here.
Strengths are shooting and ball control. He likes to play Nintendo.
Makes that free throw.
Likes golfing, watching TV. Play varsity football, varsity baseball, so 3 sports.
Well, how about that? Walt looking at his bio there. Who's his favorite pro athlete?
Doug Flutie. Because
Doug
he's the winner.
Flutie.
And he likes all kinds of music, and he likes pizza.
Likes Doug Flutie. Both free throws are good. Substitution coming back into the game. Number 4 is Cunningham, and he's in for Jimenez now.
Who doesn't like Doug Flutie? Bob Johnson.
Full court pressure here as they keep the 2 freshman guards into the game. And we see number 42, Brian Argauer, check in also. So Archie O'Brien going with an up-tempo lineup. Smaller players, but he's going to press.
It looks like he's going to make the starters stand a lot of energy here in the last couple of minutes of this first quarter.
We see Berger breaking the press. Cross courts to Shareef. Shareef is in the paint, and Shareef, he's got such great leaps while he gets off the floor.
Well, they did a real nice job starting with Berger to break that press.
Lead pass, and laying it up and in, finishing up on the play, number 42, Brian Argauer, the junior.
And on that end, Iroquois textbook.
Also into the game now handling the basketball is Dan Sciascia. Sciascia, handling the ball. Picked it out to Klaffka. Missed that shot. Look at this, the lead pass all the way up. Faith hangs. This is the shot. Up-tempo game right now with the smaller lineup for both teams.
Well, I really like the strategy by Archie O'Brien. Really turn it into racehorse basketball. Try and tire out some of the Tigers. They're not going to go quite as deep.
Tom O'Neill's into the game, and also into the game is Dan Howard for Amherst. So they're bringing in their speedsters.
Yeah, and Brown's on the bench.
And they stripped away. Player having trouble with the basketball here is Howard. And in danger of getting it across court. Tough pass. Stolen. And thrown away. Well, number 42, Brian Argauer, thought a player was going to run to the basket. Instead, he stopped, and the ball went out of bounds. Not really his fault there, trying to make something happen.
Amherst really having a lot of trouble with this full court pressure.
15-11 the score, though. They have the lead. And a turnover. quickly up to Cunningham. Cunningham hangs, no, he missed the shot. And Berger fighting for the rebound was fouled.
Well, they're really having trouble with that pressure. They forced 2 turnovers. Iroquois in the last 2 possessions. We look at Archie O'Brien. See if the Tigers can bring it up this time.
In the first quarter, the shot clock is off.
33.9 seconds left. This is Shareef. Around 2 defenders. Looking for some help. O'Neal. Kicked into the corner. Plenty of time here. Shareef gets the ball up top.
Well, they can actually take the last shot of the quarter.
Boy, a very difficult fadeaway shot. Left it short. Howard has the rebound, though. Or check that O'Neal. And it's taken away. Running the court and a bump foul on the play. And bursting up the court there, number 12. Quick to the opportunity, Paul Makowitz.
And the 16th.
Good steal by Makowitz.
41, Tryon.
And a foul by O'Neal.
For number 33, Amir Shareef.
Well, you can see both coaches like to use all of their players. We've had a wholesale change out there in this first quarter already with 7.8 seconds left. Iroquois with the basketball. Kicked out, there's the screen, that's the shot they wanted. Oh, they just missed it.
That was Hunter again, and that was right on, Frank, just missed it.
They set up the play very well, and Archie O'Brien likes the way things have gone for his team so far. They're hanging tough against a very strong Amherst team at the end of 1 quarter. It's the Amherst Tigers 15, the Iroquois Chiefs 11.
For Amherst, Shareef and Brown with 4 each. Berger.
And we open up.
Celebrate the season
and help support Western New York United.
It's a holiday tradition everyone will love.
Tune in December 10th and celebrate the season with Adelphia and Western New York United.
And we open up the second quarter of play here at Iroquois High School. How about some of the scores for the first quarter, Walt?
For Amherst, Shareef and Brown with 4 each. Berger with 4, and Klaffka with a 3-point goal. Jimenez with 4, a 3-point goal for Hutter. Riley with 2, and Argyle with 2. And that's for the home team, Iroquois.
And Sciascia has the basketball. We have an injured player as Jarnut went down hard on that right thigh.
And that's their defensive specialist. Remember, they lost Jarnut last year, I thought, for some time in the playoffs.
Oh, he's in some pain, too, and I'm not sure if it's the knee or the thigh. Maybe he landed wrong because he was up in the air trying to steal that pass. So they bring in a substitute player off the bench. Brian Faith is back into the game, I believe, for the Chiefs. O'Neal with the basketball, and he's fouled on the play.
You can see tough matchup for some of these Iroquois players against some of the talented Amherst Tigers players.
Tom O'Neal, 6-foot senior, draws the personal foul. 16 fouls on Amherst, 4 on Iroquois.
So that means the next foul on Amherst would be a shooting situation.
Sciascia throws it a little bit too hard inside the paint there, looking for O'Neal. He couldn't handle a pass, so a turnover. And the ball goes back to the Chiefs.
There's some pressure in the backcourt by the Amherst Tigers.
This is Cunningham, the freshman, with Faith. Brian Faith, a senior, handling the basketball, looking for some help, didn't get it. A little out of sync right now, the Iroquois Chiefs.
Well, both teams.
Brian Faith with one-hander, along the baseline, 15 feet. Nice shot, 15-13.
Excellent shot, now the full court pressure. And with Shareef and Brown out of the lineup, tough to find scoring for this Amherst team.
Got to hit the shot. Berger leans in and gets it off the glass.
I like Berger. He plays within himself, right? Doesn't try to do too much.
Sam Berger, a 6'2" senior.
Bank that one in off the glass.
Handling the ball, here's Weatherby back into the game. Left-hander, leaves it short. And an inside position rebound for O'Neal.
Yeah, O'Neal giving him some nice minutes off the bench.
Strong player inside. You're not going to push him out of the lane. Goes baseline, O'Neal runs it up hard. Oh, and he hung up just long enough to avoid the block.
Well, sometimes you got to get in the flow of the game, too. And needed a couple minutes to get warmed up there, Tom O'Neill.
You see the score, 6-point lead for the Tigers, and there's a steal by the Tigers again.
Nice.
Back the other way. Laying up with the one-hander. Beautiful running shot for Dan Howard.
That was a strong move by Howard right in front of us, Frank. That crossover dribble, he just blew by the Iroquois player.
Weatherby's in some trouble. Double teamed along the baseline. Jimenez. Faith is there. Faith puts it up and in. He's not supposed to get that rebound.
No, Brian Faith gives them two good hoops, keeping them in striking range here.
Yeah, they're down 6 again, 21-15, and it looks like Hutter's going to get the foul call against him.
Hey, you're right, Frank. You look at Faith, he's not a big guy. 5'11" senior, he's not supposed to get that offensive board. He got it and he laid it in.
Good news for the Chiefs fans. Jarnott's back into the contest, so might have been momentarily stunned, but he's back into the ball game. Also checking back in is Brandon Hayes.
And Jimenez, they need Jimenez in there, no doubt about it. But they kept Faith in the ball game. Look at the foul, 6 on Amherst, 5 on Iroquois.
Tough pass. O'Neill gets it though, looking for his teammate, and it's going to be Howard. He misses the shot, and Jimenez gets that rebound.
Well, I think Jarnott got a piece of that.
Jimenez, he'll do it himself. Oh, just a little strong with that one, and O'Neill fights for that rebound. Taken out of there, though, by Jimenez with his teammate, running it up, laid it up. Oh, he missed it on the underside of the rim.
Well, that was great defense, I'll tell you.
Cunningham was in some trouble.
Shareef just intimidated that shot.
Here's Amir Shareef. Amir hangs in the air. Difficult shot. The big guy comes down with it, though, Brandon Hayes.
Must be fun, though, when you've got the talent of Shareef.
Faith, wow. Two players there, Walt, who are not going to give an inch. Ryan Faith and Tom O'Neill.
Well, Tom O'Neill tries to get position, and he's falling down.
Looks like he slipped out from under him.
Yeah, and then Faith took the shot. He actually took like an underhand finger roll, and he gets the benefit of 2 shots.
I talk about Brian Faith. He's a senior hoping to go on to maybe Syracuse or Ohio University as he hits that first free throw. And Berger returns for Amherst, and also into the game, number 12, Paul Makowitz for the Chiefs.
Faith has given him a big boost off the bench with 5 points here. 5'11" senior.
This is that free throw. The second one gets the rebound back, though, on the tip from Jimenez. Jarnott lost it. It's a turnover. Howard loses it, gets it back into his hands. Makowitz stripped it away momentarily. Out of control there, Sciascia. They tie it up and taking it out of there. Good play by Makowitz.
Well, they've kept Brown on the bench a long time. He has not played yet in this second quarter for Amherst.
Here's Jarnott trying to set something up for Hayes. Lost it off his fingertips, couldn't handle a pass, and it's taken out of there by Klaffka. Jeff Klaffka, left-hander.
And Klaffka's toes really bothering him.
Well, Berger gets it taken away by Jarnott. Look at this game. This is Faith all by himself. Layup, good. 21-18.
He's having a career in the second quarter, 7 points. Nice job.
Berger, double team, kicks it back out to the guard. Berger, wow, blocked from behind. So the Chiefs putting a little run together here. This is Jarnott.
Berger puts his hands up. What about the foul?
Jarnott running into some contact there and drawing the personal foul, and it's a blocking foul on the defender. It looks like it's going to be against Berger.
What a tough series for Berger on one end. Looked like he got hammered, no call. He's in pretty, well, he turned his back.
Well,
if he
Shareef
just stayed straight, he would have threw the foul.
And Shareef was looking for the block all the way. He was going to let Jarnott release that shot and then slap it back out of there. John Jarnott. The free throw, Shareef cuts the margin to 2 points. 4:13 remaining in this first half.
Yeah, you're right, Frank, but had Berger just stood still and taken that foul, it would have been an offensive foul. Of course, it's not easy to take those shots.
John Jarnott, a 5'11" junior. This free throw cuts the margin to 1. And we get a whistle and a substitute coming in. Brian Argauer is going to come into the game for Brandon Hayes. So not much size out there with the exception of Jimenez for the Iroquois Chiefs. They got players all under 6 feet. 4 players under 6 feet and Jimenez at 6'3".
Well, Archie O'Brien's turned this into a track meet with the full court pressure.
And it's worked. He's brought his team back. Look at Shareef trying to get away from the double team. It's kicked out of there by Makowitz, and they just make it over the timeline. Into the corner. Passed into Shareef, and let's see what happens there. As they defend him, it looks like Argauer underneath gives him a little push.
Foul charge number 42, Argauer, his second,
Coach Chatelle with Brown on the bench this entire second quarter because of 2 personal fouls in the first quarter. I'd like to see him get back in there. There's Shareef, good, strong, athletic move.
Argour gets the call against him. That's his second personal foul. Amir Shareef. This is the free throw.
And the way this looks, it looks like Coach Chatelle is probably going to sit Brown out this entire quarter and hope they can get by without him and bring him on for the third quarter with 2 fouls.
Shareef looking to build a lead of 2 points. He does with that free throw. 22-20. Chiefs trail. They've got the basketball and in the hands of Paul Makowitz. Coach O'Brien looking for the right combination out on the floor. A tough shot by Jarnot. Wow, along the baseline, a turnaround 10-footer. We're tied at 22. Stolen, Jarnot lays it up, in there. Jarnot, good thing he's back in the game.
Well, he's our defensive specialist. Amherst needs a timeout. He's our defensive specialist, Jarnot. And when Archie O'Brien went to that full court press with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, it was the right move.
Oh, absolutely. Changed the defense, changed the tempo of the game, and he's forcing Amherst to play a different style of offense. And you hear Mike Chatelle not happy with the way they're playing it.
Yeah, they're having trouble bringing it up the court, and then they're having trouble once they do get up court, getting off a good shot. At the beginning, they were getting off good shots. Watch this sequence, Jarnot.
Watch him there. Watch number 24.
Shot.
He fakes it like he's going back up court. I think he steps right back into the pass now.
Well, he has to. He got the first one, then he steps back in. He sees the opening, gets the steal.
Yep.
And then lays it in with the left hand.
Good anticipation. Some guys just have a knack, Walt. They just have a knack for where the ball is.
Well, you have to have good defense to win, too. And that's where Jarnot fits in.
Looks like a little defensive change here. Looks like a 1-1-2-1. Kind of a trapping defense here. Match up man-to-man where they have to. Shareef, wow, a lot of contact. That's a charge as Jarnot takes the charge.
Yeah, he's a smart player. They definitely need him on the court.
And that had to hurt a little bit. Shareef is a running back in football.
Well, that was the difference. Remember, Berger did not take the charge, didn't stay straight up, and here you see Jarnot knowing how to take that charge.
Here's Makowitz out top to Argour. Offensively, they're trying to motion up and screen and move to the basket. Here you see the baseline move. Nice shot. Brian Faith, again, the senior comes up big in a 26-22 lead now. And that's thrown away.
Well, for Brian Faith, it's got to be one of his best quarters ever. 9 points in the second quarter.
New player in there for the Amherst Tigers. Number 20 throws the ball away. Sean Ferretti, 6'1" junior. Jarnot, impossible. Whoa, how about that?
Wow, what a shot. Jarnot and Faith putting on a clinic here.
What a turnaround in this second quarter.
What a tremendous individual effort and shot.
Ferretti throws it away again. This is Cunningham. He loses in the corner. Wild pass there. Attempted by Dan Howard, but it's going to be Iroquois basketball.
Now, Archie O'Brien, the full court press is really taking its toll.
Brian Faith, will he hit it? Brian Faith on fire.
They got to get a hand on him.
Throw it away. Makowitz, and he's fouled.
What a run here, Paul.
Well, the chink in the armor, obviously, the Amherst Tigers is the full court press offense. They can't find a way to beat this defense right now. They've gone to everybody on their bench. I think everybody's seen some playing time.
Well, Brown hasn't seen it because he drew his second foul late in the first quarter. He hasn't played in the second quarter at all.
Mark Pawloski is going to be checking in the second as Makowitz tries the free throw. That's good.
11 points in the second quarter for Faith. It's got to be a high for him.
How about Jarnot? They are the two scorers in this quarter.
Well, Jarnot's done his damage too, but 11 for Faith.
Makowitz, a 5'8" senior.
Jarnot with 8 points, and all in this quarter.
Amazing. Makowitz again, big free throws. 32-22. What a turnaround here in the second quarter. 2:17 remaining. Stay with the press. It's working effectively.
21-7. Iroquois has outscored them.
Mark Pawloski kicks it in to Klaffka. Klaffka trying to break the scoreless string, and he doesn't. That's Jarnot with the rebound. Look at these guys run the court. It's a racehorse basketball, and Faith is fouled.
Faith and Jarnock with 19 of the 21 points.
Yow.
In the second quarter.
Got to get Brian Faith's biography, Walt, as he shoots these 2 free throws. He wrote something in here about person most admired or something like that. It was interesting, I thought. Ryan, number 23. There you see Mike Chatelle looking to find the answers, and there's none out there so far.
He's having a rough time finding answers.
Faith hits the second free throw. This is the first.
12 points. He likes soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. Said he wanted to go to Ohio State.
Well, here it is. I don't know what that means. Role model.
Goko, because he's the strongest warrior in the universe.
Goku.
G-O-K-O. Who the heck is that?
I have no idea. 33-22, 145 and counting down. Klaffka gets a little separation there with the shoulder. Pawloski dumps it inside Klaffka. Boy, banged on the shot up and in. Contact, but no call.
What a tough shot. What a tough shot by Klaffka. Playing with that potential broken
Jarnock
throw.
for 3. Ooh, we thought he bounced one in. Along the baseline, tipped away. Makowitz has it. Makowitz tries to spin a shot up, and he's fouled by Dan Howard.
Number 24, Dan Howard is second.
Howard picks up his second personal foul. 1:21 remaining here in the first half. Makowitz will go to the free throw line, getting 2. Paul's interesting hobby is spreading holiday joy.
That's the right time of year.
That's what he's written down here.
Jarnock gets a big round of applause as he goes to the bench. He and Faith are now on the bench. There goes their scoring.
Checking in now is number 40, Brian Carey, for Iroquois. So Archie O'Brien said that he doesn't know what kind of combination he's going to have out there, but he'll try anybody if it helps the team out. He's tried them all just about. And Paulie Makowitz wants to be a pro wrestler, and his nickname will be Snowflake.
That's questionable.
Yeah, he's stretching it out a little bit. 34-24.
I don't mean about the wrestling, the nickname.
I'm reading what he wrote. I'm reading what he wrote, rather. 118 counting down. This is the problem. Full court pressure thrown away. Just unbelievable that they cannot figure out how to break this press.
You know, with a wrestling name like Snowflake, you're in for a lot of beatings.
Almost stolen away. This is Hunter, the other freshman. Handles the ball pretty effectively to his teammate Cunningham. How about Barry? A nice pass inside. Beautiful, beautiful play. The new guy, Brian Carey, gets in and gets a basket.
They have really gone on a rip.
It's just up-tempo here. The magic about it. You got 4 defenders over the timeline, and there you see, look, just running to the basketball and forcing another bad pass.
25-point quarter, Frank.
Anytime somebody puts the ball on the floor, they double team immediately. That's all I can see. It's so quick, it's hard to catch up with what's going on. Lead pass, 2 players together. This is Faith. A lot of time, 43 seconds left in the pass.
They were down 15-11 after 1 quarter, so they put 25 on the board in this quarter.
Kicked around. Baseline move, Cunningham. Pops it in. Wow, nice play by Cunningham.
Beautiful move. 27-point quarter. That's Eva Cunningham's little brother.
Pawlowski's afraid to dribble, trying to put the ball on the floor. He doesn't do so. They got to get over the timeline. This is Ferretti. Finally, they get it over. Loose ball. Who's going to come up with it?
Only 9 seconds to go in this half.
This is Ferretti. Ferretti, tough shot off glass. Good shot. 4 seconds left.
That helps them a lot, Frank.
And the shot goes, and that's going to bring us to the close of the first half of play here at Iroquois High School. Unbelievable racehorse basketball for the Iroquois Chiefs as they
the ball in a hold.
Point quarter. That's Eva Cunningham's little brother.
Pawloski's afraid to dribble, trying to put the ball on the floor. He doesn't do so. They got to get over the timeline. This is Ferretti. Finally, they get it over. Loose ball. Who's going to come up with it?
Only 9 seconds to go in this half.
This is Ferretti. Ferretti, tough shot off glass. Good shot. 4 seconds left.
That helps them a lot, Frank.
And the shot goes, and that's going to bring us to the close of the first half of play here at Iroquois High School. Unbelievable racehorse basketball for the Iroquois Chiefs as they score 27 second quarter points and limit the Amherst Tigers to 11. They were outscored. Amherst was 27 to 11 in that second quarter. Just unbelievable. Walter Jon Sears getting his interview guest for halftime here. The coach is ready for some quick comments. Walter standing by, ready to go. Let's turn it to Walter Jon Sears and the coaches.
All right, thank you, Frank. Well, what happened there, Archie? You put that full court press on. What a quarter.
Yeah, we had a great quarter. It's our best quarter of the year, but we used a lot of people. Everybody started feeding off of everybody. Brian Faith just gave us a big lift, and it's like everybody just picked up their defense a little while. And, you know, we had trouble putting the ball in the hole the first quarter, and we had some decent shots. But the kids coming off the bench gave the rest of, you know, they gave us a spark. We told Faith he's got to be a catalyst, and he did a great job first half.
Oh, great job. What about second half? More press?
Well, we'll probably take it off for a while because, you know, they're going to go in and diagram it up at halftime, but we'll come back to it because right now that's the best thing going for us.
All right, thanks, Archie. Bring Mike Chatelle in right now. And Mike, a tough job for you to be here right now. First quarter went your way, but that press just killed you.
Yeah, well, they were getting the ball up and down the floor, and we didn't respond to it well. We were getting beat back off the floor. All right, they're just beating us down the floor, and we got to put a stop to that right now.
Well, 2 excellent teams here, 2 excellent coaches. What are you going to do the second half? How are you going to go up against that press? You got to figure something out.
Yeah, we're going to try to pass over the top. We can't dribble through it, and then we got to convert in the front court.
Of course, Brown with 2 fouls didn't play the second quarter. That hurt.
Well, we had a lot of guys with 2 fouls, but so did Iroquois. So we just got to execute better.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
And Mike Chatelle saying they got to do better in the second half, obviously, against that pressure. Let's go back to Frank Stewart.
Well, thank you, Walt. Nice comments from both coaches. As they close out the first half, here a lot of work for Mike Chatelle. 38-26. It's Iroquois over Amherst. We'll be back in a moment. And back at Iroquois High School in Amherst, New York. What a wild and woolly first half for the Iroquois Chiefs. They lead 38-26. And boy, if you like basketball, the high school level, don't forget next week, high school basketball girls and boys doubleheader. Kenmore East at Kenmore West. Tune it in Saturday the 16th of December at 12:30 and 7:30 p.m. And then the following Saturday, December 23rd, a couple days before I receive my Christmas gift from Walter Jon Sears, tune it in at 12:30 p.m. Walter, an interesting first half of basketball, tale of 2 quarters. Amherst was strong in the first quarter, things going their way. Iroquois just dominant in the second.
What do you want for Christmas, Frank?
We'll talk later. I have a whole list of things.
The second quarter really got away from the Amherst Tigers. The full court pressure, and they just didn't handle it. They were down 4. Iroquois going into that quarter, they turn it around, and now all of a sudden they're up 12. So that's a 16-point turnaround.
Well, it's a test of Mike Chatelle and his coaching ability to see if they can figure out how to solve that press for the second half, because if they don't, this thing could be a 100-point game for the Iroquois Chiefs. Hey, we had some great highlights from the first half we want to show you, our viewers, and you're going to see Amherst doing a little something, and then Iroquois coming right back.
Early on, this is Berger. Sam Berger gets a pass from Sciascia, and he hits it off the glass and in. And then it's going to be the Jarnett show, as John Jarnett is going to go along the left baseline. At this point, they were up maybe 2 or 4 points. He hits that little 8-footer off the baseline, and then watch Jarnett. He's going back on defense, but he sees something happening, and like a cat, he just steps in front of the pass as it's going in from out of bounds, intercepts it, and he goes in for a layup, and he left hands it up and in. Now that's a big swing right there. And that pressure, Frank, it just kept building and building. We look at the field goal percentages. Amherst 57 and Iroquois 65. They were on fire.
Where's the defense?
Free throws 1 for 2 and 9 for 12. 3-point goals, Amherst 1 for 1. Iroquois just 1 out of 6. Turnovers 11 on Amherst because of the press. 5 on Iroquois, and rebounds 9 and 11. But 65%. Are you kidding me? Iroquois from the floor, mainly because of the steals off the full court press, Frank, and then the layups.
Yeah, the layups, and you know that when you hit that layup and you're playing that up-tempo style, you'll see the Amherst scoring here with Berger with 6. Klaffka with 5. Shareef with 5 points for the Amherst Tigers, and Shareef's been quiet since the first quarter. But look at the Iroquois scoring. Now to starter there, Brian Faith off the bench coming in, contributing with 12 huge points. Jon Jarnot with 8, and Jimenez with 4 points. He's normally their big scorer for Archie O'Brien and the Iroquois Chiefs. But Walt, you talk about players coming up and rising to the occasion. I'm telling you that Brian Faith and Jon Jarnot came into the contest and they started playing up tempo, and all of a sudden, Walt, even those layups, you hit one of those, and then the 10-footer feels good, the 20-footer feels good, then you start cranking some three-pointers. We don't know what we'll see in this third quarter or the second half, the way these two teams have been playing.
Well, the odd thing about that graphic and the scoring that you just saw was that all the points scored by Faith and Jarnot were scored in the second quarter. Scored 20 of their team's 27 points in that second quarter. That's really something. And
Jarnot there, he's rubbing that thigh. He must have got kicked in the thigh when he was defending on that play.
Yeah, it didn't seem to affect him, though. I mean,
he can't be any faster, can he?
They didn't get a real strong first half performance out of John Jimenez, who was, you know, their top player, supposedly coming in. I mean, he didn't play badly, but when it went to the pressure defense, he wasn't in there. He wasn't part of the mix.
Well, we're heading to down to the buzzer here where both teams finish their warm-ups, and then we'll start the second half.
And I think Brown, too. Brown was a big factor. Brown got 2 personals in that first half for Mike Chatelle, and then he never got back in the game. Final 2 minutes of the first quarter or the entire second quarter. And just, now, with Brown in the lineup, I think it'll be a little different team.
Just a comment about this division that both these teams participate in. They also, a team that was mentioned, well, we want to make note of Maryvale would be tough, from what I understand, in this division this particular year.
Yeah, I had heard that.
So got the 2 contenders right here for the division championship, and Archie O'Brien knows that that's where you got to start your season.
Now, both of
winning
these,
your division.
Both of these head coaches playing up the other team before the game. Archie saying that the Amherst Tigers are so tough, and Mike Chatelle saying that Iroquois Chiefs are so tough.
It's much like you and I when we talk about each other's professionalism. I say you're better, you say I'm better, right?
Absolutely.
We never stop.
You're better.
No, of course you're better. You've always been better.
You caught me and bypassed me.
Jimenez takes the inbound pass. Jarnot's out there along with Cunningham. They start the third quarter with Riley and Weatherby. So Archie O'Brien going with his normal starters at the start of this game. And it looks like the same deal for the Amherst Tigers as Klaffka defends against Jarnot. Jarnot hangs in the air. Difficult shot and a soft touch. Starts out the way he finished, hitting a basket.
Well, I'll tell you, Jon Jarnot really feeling it in this game. He's up to double figures now with 10 points.
Shot from the corner. Klaffka leaves it just a little short. Left around, and it'll be off of Amherst, and it'll go over to Iroquois.
And Jarnot jumps real well, too, for his size.
Just underway here in the third quarter.
40-26 here, Frank. Full court pressure by Amherst, but not quite as effective.
Berger defending against Jimenez. Trying to get free, and Shareef stepped into it, and it's a jump ball. Nice defense by Amir Shareef, forcing the turnover.
Absolutely. Berger checked him in as well, and then Shareef able to get in, put both hands on the basketball.
Mike Chatelle changing up his offense a little bit here. It looks a little bit like a man zone, matchup zone defense, excuse me. As the ball slapped around, Brown's able to get hold of it. He'll try the jump shot well short. An air ball that's taken out of there by Scott Riley.
But look at that athletic move.
Yeah, Weatherby was trying to catch the lob pass that time, and Shareef went right up and whipped it, slapped it away.
And they really need to get Brown back involved in this offense.
Klaffka from the corner. He's a shooter. Geoff Klaffka, the 5'10" senior, comes up with a basket.
2-point goal, and they put on the full court pressure.
A little push from behind. Cunningham is going to have the ball stripped away and a foul call.
And Archie O'Brien is going to burn a timeout.
Szatkowski was the foul person committing the foul there on the dribble.
Well, what happens, Frank, is teams that press don't like to be pressed back. I've seen that before. They just don't like it. They're able, I mean, they were so good with their press, Iroquois, causing all kinds of problems. Now they're going to get pressed by Amherst after scores. Let's take a look. Klaffka is going to hit the shot from the baseline. They're about 13 feet away, and then they go right into the pressure. And they might have a rough time handling it.
Well, Archie O'Brien made the correct adjustment, as you mentioned, to open up the second quarter.
But he did say when I interviewed him that they would not start with the full court pressure. That if they need it, they'll go back to it. And if you have both teams pressing, well, then you've got chaos out there.
We had some of that, huh?
Yes, we did.
This is Cunningham working against Szatkowski.
Had your head spinning. There were so many players coming in and out.
Need a Rolodex. There's a reach-in foul. And it goes against Geoff Klaffka.
A lot of email on our .com site. That yourself, Frank, and myself, Walt, working back together. People were happy. A couple people.
I know you wrote one and I wrote one. Jimenez in the corner. He's in some trouble. Finds Jarnett. How does he get free?
And how do they not contest the shot? How do you just let them lay it up and in? Klaffka, just let them lay it in.
Klaffka only has one personal foul. This is Berger in some traffic. Got a little push. Cunningham comes down with the rebound. Jarnett, up-tempo always. Oh, he's caught under the rim. Jimenez has it taken out of there by Shareef.
Well, Shareef just intimidated Jarnett. He made him force that shot too far.
Shareef had a man in the corner. Klaffka gets it blocked. He's in trouble there. And a lot of contact as players go to the floor. Szatkowski battling with Riley. There's Jon Szatkowski. He's a 5'10" senior.
27 points scored in the second quarter by the Iroquois Chiefs have put them over the top. They've got a 14-point lead.
Trying to set up a shot from Shareef. Shareef a bomb shot. All net. Get him the ball. That's a three-pointer. That'll bring it back. 42-31. They're down 11.
He's quite a player.
Szatkowski backs up and goes down. And Berger slaps it out of bounds, defending two players.
Shareef, quite a player. Inside, outside. Amir Shareef, the football player, 5'11" junior. Another year of eligibility for both sports.
Weatherby looking for a teammate. That's Riley rolling to the basket. Kicked out to Cunningham for three. Caught the backboard.
Yeah, I think Riley's got to take that shot for him.
Stripped out of there by Shareef. That's quickness there. They double team him. Brown. Oh, and Shareef is down. Banged his knee on the floor. Laid up a little too strong. Slapped around though. And let's see, it's going to be Amherst basketball.
Well, fortunately, Shareef okays, looking back and complaining to the official, Richard Andrzejewski, that maybe foul should have been called there. Without question, the top athlete on the court, Shareef, he's just doing some things out there that you don't normally see at the high school level.
They try to find him in the corner again. Let's see if he shoots over the defender Weatherby. This time he holds on to the ball, goes baseline. Triple team. Brown is open, the one-hander. Catches the rim, and Berger's going to chase it in the corner. And Cunningham says it's off of Berger, but no luck. It's going to stay Amherst basketball.
Brown with that one-hand shot.
42-31, 4:46 remaining in the third quarter. Into Brown, he loses it. Faith is back out there. Jarnett, Weatherby. And a slap foul that time, or a push from behind perhaps on Shareef.
Well, I think good foul by Shareef. He didn't want to give up a basket to Faith underneath.
Well, Shareef picks up his third personal foul. Archie O'Brien, he's been around for a while. Well,
Archie, outstanding coach, 3 consecutive division titles.
Jimenez for three, had a good look, make sure.
That's an impressive looking shot.
45-31 for Jimenez.
And Jimenez has some height too.
Didn't have all the points he usually gets in the first half. There's a slap foul on Weatherby.
Looks a little taller than listed. Listed at 6'3". Good looking player, and he's only a junior.
Tom O'Neill checks into the game for the Amherst Tigers. Out of the game goes Shareef. Szatkowski kicks it around to Klaffka.
Yeah, anytime Shareef's on the bench, that's not good.
Klaffka bangs a shot. Look at O'Neill get the ball into Klaffka, puts it up and in. They hit the boards hard that time.
O'Neill does a good job. Actually, I think he got his shot blocked and it went right into Klaffka's hands and he laid it in.
Got the offensive rebound. That started the opportunity. 45-33, 12-point lead. Jarnett rolling to the basket. Off balance, difficult shot. And Weatherby gets tied up and he travels with the basketball.
A little momentum swing now. A little momentum swing going back.
The
to the Amherst Tigers.
Knocked away, taken out of there by O'Neal. Looking for some help. Klaffka, double team. That's the right guy. Let's see what O'Neal does with the basketball. Leans in, too strong. Bounced around, and he's going to come down. It's going to be Jimenez.
Unable to finish the Amherst team. Have a chance to get back into this game if they can hit some shots.
Jimenez shoots. O'Neal slapped at it. He lost it back to Jimenez. Get some separation there. Nice pass. Faith. What a night for Brian Faith.
Unbelievable. His 14th point. He had 12 in the second quarter alone and now 14 in the game.
Uh-oh. Here comes the press. Are you ready? Fasten your seatbelt. Here we go. Weatherby picked up his 4th personal foul.
You know, this has got to be very frustrating for Mike Chatelle because his club just can't get it going.
Well, they're down by 14 points.
But that press really took them out of sync in that second quarter. They haven't got it back in this third quarter. They haven't got the offense flowing.
See the full court pressure going to be mounted here as they bring in Hutter, Makowitz, Cunningham, young players. Makowitz is a senior. But they play up-tempo defense. This is O'Neal kicking it out to Szatkowski. Has a good look at it. A little short, gets his own rebound, puts it up hard, and he hangs on to get it in.
Well, that's impressive. He misses a 3 and then follows it up. That shouldn't happen, Frank. Got the rebound and then laid it in.
Cunningham breaks the pressure, takes it over midcourt. This is Hutter, a freshman. Thought about bombing a 3-point shot. Back to Hutter. 13 on the shot clock. Faith. Makowitz gives up the shot. Now he leans in a little short with that one. Air ball. Cunningham underneath. Tried to spin it in, and Berger gets the rebound.
Strong rebound by Sam Berger.
Could be a run right here. Oh, and then going away. Just can't do that. When you work hard defensively, you can't turn the ball back over so quickly.
Well, it was a good idea because he was ahead of the pack. And a good pass, and Shareef would have had the layup.
Dan Howard comes back in, the 6'1 junior for Amherst, and this is Makowitz.
Archie O'Brien really needs to go to the bench.
Look at the spread offense here for Cunningham. They want Cunningham to get to the basket, and Szatkowski just bumps him as he tries to release for the shot. And let's see Cunningham. He'll get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Archie O'Brien, the head coach in his 16th or 17th year, 24 years overall. Assistant coach is Andrew Jacobs. And then Robert Ratter and Dan Suter, I imagine, on the JV and younger program.
Slapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Iroquois. Sciascia checks back in for the Amherst Tigers for his first trip in this third quarter, along with Mark Pawloski.
No, Coach O'Brien's team trying to send a message that this is still our division.
They set up a screen for Hutter. Could not get the shot away. Motion offense. Shot from the corner. Well, there's the young man, Jon Hutter.
That's Jimmy Hutter, the official. That's his son. He looks awful good here, a freshman.
He has an older brother who's pretty proud of. Jim Jr., I believe. Brown can't get that pass. Turnover on the Tigers.
Well, I don't know about Jim Jr., but I know about this freshman out here, Jon Hutter, having a pretty nice ball game.
So far.
Hitting 5 points that I know, maybe more, but a 3 and a 2.
Cunningham, Makowitz has it. Jarnot. How tall is that lineup out there, Walt?
Not too tall.
For the Iroquois Chiefs, they average probably 5'11". Shot up short. O'Neal goes up. He'll fight you for the rebound. And they'll stay on the Iroquois side as Cunningham battles with O'Neal. There you see John Cunningham.
Well, I think that started with the LaSalle teams, that you don't need the great height to be a championship team at the high school level. It used to be you always had to have a couple of big guys, but they're not around anymore.
Jarnot tries a long shot and misses. And there's a reach-in foul.
I mean, think about some of the games we do, and you just don't see the kids 6'5", 6'7", 6'9", 6'11" anymore. Not too many around.
O'Neal is going to look to inbound the basketball here. Full court pressure. It's a 2-1-2 defensive full court press and trap. And you see right there, they drop into that 2-1-2 and trap the basketball. Pawloski breaks it, though, into Brown. Brown hangs in the air, gets the foul, and the shot made.
That's a nice looking play.
Sean Brown comes alive.
Good pass inside to Brown. Pawloski, as you mentioned. Pawloski, nice bounce pass. That's it.
Good move there, too, don't you
Yeah,
think?
get it to your player, and he makes one move, one dribble, gets the shot to go, and gets fouled.
Makowitz goes to the bench, and they bring Jimenez back in for the Chiefs. There you see Sean Brown.
That's where Sean Brown should be more, inside the paint.
He's hoping to be maybe going on to play or attend the Air Force Academy. And Brown goes to the bench, replaced by Berger.
Little run here, down by 11, 49-38.
Cunningham working against Sciascia. Sciascia's pretty quick out there. Good match with those two players. Cunningham dumps it down low to Hutter. Good control block, though, by O'Neal. Look at O'Neal get control of that basketball.
Great job by O'Neal off the bench. Doing a good job.
Tigers looking to get it under 10 points, under 11 points, excuse me. Baseline shot and a foul. As Howard is fouled from behind by Brian Faith.
How about Archie O'Brien playing two freshman guards at the same time? Hutter and Cunningham.
Look at Dan Howard. Hopes to maybe attend Brockport, wants to pursue a career in physical education. Got to have that free throw, and missed it. Not much arc on that shot for Dan.
Pretty good looking athlete. He says his strengths are shooting. He likes sports, obviously. Favorite pro athlete, Eric Moore. Favorite food, Swedish fish.
Okay.
That's a new one.
Howard's second free throw is missed, slapped around, and Howard gets the rebound, comes down with it. See if he can make up for the two misses. Takes it to O'Neal, trying to find some room along the baseline. Oh, they say he leaned in and charged.
You can see O'Neal, a very emotional player.
Well, he tried to find some room, and then he tried to create some, and when he created the room, drew the personal foul for the charge. O'Neal picks up his second.
Well, it's one thing to be creative and another thing to create your own space, pushing people around.
O'Neal, I'm sorry, picks up his third personal foul. A correction from the public address announcer. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Cunningham kicks it to the corner. Inside play. And he stepped on the baseline. I believe that's a turnover with 3.9 seconds left. Amherst down 11, 49-38. Can they finally get it under 10 points?
Well, they're going to put some full court pressure on, so it's going to be rough for them to get a shot off.
Pawloski down the left side. He runs one at the basket and hits the backboard, but he leaves it short. At the end of 3 quarters of play, our score, Iroquois Chiefs 49, the Amherst Tigers 38. You're watching high school basketball right here on HTTV. Into the huddle there with Mike Chatelle and the Amherst Tigers. They trail by 11 points to start this fourth quarter. They need a little burst, Walt, a little run.
Well, Mike Chatelle needs to get somebody to pick up the scoring slack, and who's going to pick it up?
He's got Shareef to start the fourth quarter along with Berger, O'Neal, Howard, and Szatkowski. And there you see John Jarnett. He'll open up for Iroquois along with Hutter and Brian Argauer with Jimenez and Cunningham. Oh, boy, all in.
Faith and Jarnett picked up the slack for Jimenez when he wasn't scoring.
Kicked out. There's a jump shot available for Howard and leaves it short. Didn't get much arc on that shot. That's something he's got to work on.
No, and he had a real good look.
Jimenez trying to bank. Oh, boy. How did Jarnett get inside?
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's a scrapper. I mean, he's just a real solid high school player.
They don't account for him, and they make him pay for it. This is O'Neal. And Shareef will bring it over the midcourt.
Boy, he burns up a lot of energy, too. He's all over the court, Jarnett.
Shareef back out. Szatkowski rimmed it in and out, but O'Neal fights inside. Look at O'Neal push and shove. Misses the shot badly, though.
O'Neill did a nice job on the boards, but as you said, his shot was a little off.
51-38, 7 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Slapped around, and we get a foul from behind on the dribble.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a team run 2 freshman guards out there for so long. Cunningham and Hutter for Archie O'Brien's team.
I talked to Archie about that, and he said he has a lot of confidence in both players. He said they do not play like freshmen, and obviously, from what we see, they do not. Jimenez, nice move to the basket. The big guy, that's the kind of shot you want him taking.
That's a good-looking effort there. Well set up.
Go to the basket. Berger had a chance to give it away and didn't. And there's a run with the basketball on Szatkowski.
Now, right now, this is a game that the Tigers would like to forget.
Lob pass into Cunningham. He controls it, loses it. And O'Neill's fouled from behind there by Hutter.
I'll tell you, O'Neill gets in the mix. Bodies fly.
Well, they're going to call it on Cunningham, number 4.
He's a hard-nosed player out there.
Cunningham, that's the 7th team foul.
Tom O'Neill, a 6-foot senior.
1-1.
And we're into the 1 and bonus here. 7th team foul on Iroquois. So let's see if O'Neill can get on the scoreboard.
Well, that would help him with the 17 fouls, a 6-foot senior, if he could make these free throws.
Ooh, in and out. Got to hit those free throws. 15-point deficit. And here's Hutter. Hutter being pressured. Spun out and went over to Cunningham. Back to Jarnett. And Archie O'Brien's seen enough and he wants a timeout. 6:31 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Division III basketball contest between the Iroquois Chiefs on their home court and the Amherst Tiger. Game 2 of our doubleheader coverage. Had a pretty decent front end of the doubleheader, Walt, with the
until the fourth quarter.
Tonawanda Warriors and the women's side falling to the Iroquois Chiefs. Picked to be number 1 in the large schools again.
The women's game was 29-22. Iroquois over Tonawanda going into the fourth quarter.
Get your hands active, get your feet active. All right? It's broken out of a trap. You need to sprint with everything you got up and on the floor. If you need a break, tell me. If you're in and out, we got to start running guys in there. Offensively, we come down. We cannot just hold the ball. We have to move it. We still need to look opposite. All right? We got to give it everything we got for the next 6:31. We're in a 1-1. We still have 4 timeouts in the third. All right? Let's get up and down the floor. We use our timeouts for a rest. Get to the foul line. All right? Let's go. Play defense. 20 on the shot clock. Play defense. 1, 2, 3. Tigers.
Well, Mike Chatelle coaching hard there. His 10th year at Amherst, 14 overall, and Rob Gross along with him as the JV coach. The girls game, I was saying, was 29-22. Relatively close game going into the fourth quarter. Iroquois led, and Iroquois won it going away 51-32.
Had a nice crowd in attendance here at Iroquois High School for this one. They usually come out in Elma to see the local high school talent on the court.
We'd like to thank Jim Snyder, the athletic director, with organizing this girls-boys doubleheader so we can do 2 games here on HTTV.
Oh, contact away from the basketball, and Cunningham goes down hard. He tried to set the baseline screen. Check that Hutter went down.
In fact, I think Iroquois sending a message here that they are the three-peat defending champs in this division. And this was a big ball game for both teams. But right now, Iroquois up 15.
Jimenez with a new shot clock. Thought about taking the outside shot and then passed it up. You see Berger defending him there. Jimenez goes right around. Nice baseline pass, and his teammate, the recipient of a great assist, as Hutter gets the basket.
Hutter, the freshman, but Jimenez made the play.
Shareef, a little push there, but they're going to call it on Jarnett. Jarnett seems to be matching quickness there with Shareef, don't you think?
Jarnett's awful quick. Jarnett's a good player. It looked like Shareef pushed off, but Jarnett initiated the contact first.
Well, the one advantage here, but they're down 17 points, though, is that Amherst is in the bonus situation. Next foul, though, so will Iroquois be the bonus. So we may have a long, extended fourth quarter here.
Well, but the last thing you want to do, Frank, is foul and keep the clock still at 6:01.
Got to hit free throws, and he does.
If you're ahead, you don't want the other team going to the free throw line. You want them, earning their points from the field. 9 points for Shareef, 2 for 3 at the line.
Gets them both.
He's been the steady force on offense and defense for them.
Full court pressure. Heard Mike Chatelle say we're going to run players in and out. Jarnut breaks the press. Jimenez behind the back. Oh, and almost stolen out of there by Howard. Nice effort on his part.
Coaches hate that. You know, it was a good effort. Not a bad pass, but coaches hate that behind the back pass where he could just catch it. And he'd have two options. He could have passed it or shot himself.
Cunningham, deep pass to Jarnut to start the offense.
But when it works, Frank, it looks so good.
Oh, a lot of contact there as Howard runs over Brian Argauer.
24, Howard, that's his fourth.
And you're right, they'll be shooting one-on-one too.
Iroquois shooting
There it is, the first buzzer
Amherst, number 40.
to indicate the 1-and-1 bonus situation for Brian Argauer. And Brian will be going to the free throw line as Tom O'Neill checks back in for the Amherst Tigers. I noticed on Brian Argauer's bio, Walt, that he's proud of his sister, her basketball ability, of course. Brian, younger brother. But also, Brian very much into Scooby-Doo.
It's a little different.
Free throw short, slapped around. Who's going to get it? Sean Brown. And here comes Amherst. With Shareef looking to set something up. He'll take that shot, and he'll make it. That's a three-pointer.
That is a fatal mistake by the Iroquois. They just backed off and let him take the shot.
That's not the guy to leave alone.
Not him. He'll burn you all day with that shot.
There's the double team on Jarnut. Kicks it out to Jimenez. Jimenez tries to answer back. Missed, and Jarnut slaps it out of bounds. He gets up off the floor pretty good.
I tell you, that three-point basket puts them right back in this ball game. Knocks it from 15 down to 12. They get another one here, knock it under 10.
Jimenez goes to the bench along with Argauer. As the Tigers will be looking at full court pressure here. How do you break this press? There's the double team. O'Neill into the corner to Shareef. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Brown. Brown's got to hit that shot, left it short. And Jarnut comes out of the pack with the basketball. Trying to get a layup back at the other end. Hutter. Kind of a tough shot that time. As he was intimidated just a touch on the release.
Wait, but they're aggressive.
Sean Brown rolling to the basket, banks it off the glass. He misses an easy shot and makes that. Do you believe it?
Well, yeah, that happens sometimes because you're in the flow of the basketball game, and he was flowing there, Frank.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like sweet music.
That's an incredible shot he took that time and getting the soft touch off the glass. Adrian Orta also checked it.
Watch this now. Sometimes when you're on the basketball court, you do things you don't think you're capable of. You just go and, did I do that? I mean, you've done it before, Frank, and I have. Doesn't happen that often with us.
We don't need to foul. We need good pressure defense, but we don't need to put them away because with 2 more fouls, they're shooting 2 shots. Come on, wait. Inbounds. 1, 2, 3. Inbounds.
You understand that?
Well, somewhat, but I know Brown is looking to go to Air Force or Central Florida. He'd like to become an athletic trainer. How about that? His favorite pro athlete is Kevin Garnett. Likes pasta. Christina Aguilera is his favorite musical artist. Pretty good, too.
Garnett dribbles through 3 players, gives it to his teammate. Slapped out of there by Adrian Orta.
That was a big-time block on Hutter.
Full court pressure slapped out of there. Chased back is Makowitz. They'll start over. Makowitz is under a lot of pressure. Double team. Oh, and Shareef missed it. Oh, it was Brown, rather. Shot. Air ball. Put back up left short, and Shareef, did he get it? He did not. And the Iroquois Chiefs get the rebound. That would have been a critical offensive sequence for the Amherst Tigers had they controlled the rebound.
Well, they had their chances. Again, they'll go to the free throw line. I don't know why they're going to the baseline. 18 fouls.
Weatherby returns to Iroquois.
He's got to stay in and take the free throws. I don't think Hutter was the guy fouled.
Yeah, Hutter was on the floor. Yes, he was. So Hutter goes to the free throw line.
He didn't get that ball in good position. Let's see if it matters on the shot, on the throw-in from the official.
First free throw, a little strong, and Adrian Orta goes up and gets the rebound. Comes out of there, and he loses it to Jarnut. Jarnut's going to make it pay. Oh, and he's hit hard. Dangerous foul. Dangerous foul by Orta. Boy, you don't want to see that. He took his legs right out from under him.
Well, Jarnett hits the bucket and is fouled hard by Orta.
Orta's going to the bench after that.
Well, that's a horrible giveaway. He just takes it right away from Orta, and then Orta compounds it by going underneath him. And you're right. You could get injured badly on a play like that.
Well, Jarnett comes up with the basket. His 16th point. They're looking for number 17.
Well, here's your player of the game if they win. Faith has had a strong game too, but I think Jarnett overall a lot stronger game. You throw in all the defensive plays.
Shareef with the basketball. Teammate Howard by himself lays it up and in.
Nice pass. Shareef doing it all out there.
3:50 and counting down here in this fourth quarter. Still not completely out of it, down 11 points.
No, not at all. A lot of time left.
Weatherby playing with 4 personal fouls has the basketball.
Especially with the three-point shots. Don't you get back very quickly.
Look for Cutter on the baseline. And roll.
A good-looking shot for a ninth grader. Pretty tall for a ninth grader, too. He's going to get a lot taller.
O'Neal trying to find a little room along the baseline, and he runs into Jarnett.
Well, Jarnett just bugged him.
Well, Jarnett did not concede the shot, though, so that's a good foul.
Hutter's 5'11", a ninth grader, so he's going to be a good ball player.
See Archie O'Brien kind of relaxing right now. His team building a 13-point lead.
On the line, Tom O'Neal. 2 shots.
Well, they're still going to have to make their free throws. A stretch drive, Iroquois, to win this game.
And O'Neal hits the first. 60-49. Tigers on the road.
O'Neal, 21, has given him some good minutes off the bench, rebounding, and got 2 points.
And up and in. Sean Brown. 10 points, 3:11 to go. That's the difference, 60-50.
That was a non-conventional 3-point play.
Well, Iroquois can't lay back at all while the Amherst just still knocking around the door. There's a loose ball taken out of there by Howard on the steal. Oh, he put it up, he lost control of it.
That's too bad. Howard had an easy layup and just lost control. That would have been a big turnaround.
Jarnett trying to find room. Oh, boy. Big time shot by Jon Jarnett.
Well, Jarnett's taking it to another level. He's just playing spectacular.
Szatkowski, that's his 4th and the 10th foul.
Playing beyond spectacular. That's all we hear about Jarnett being this great defensive player.
Szatkowski gets the personal foul. That's his 4th.
Look at Jarnett finish it off. He strengths our defense. Like to go to UB, RIT, Canisius, Princeton, and Notre Dame. Pretty good. Like to start his own business. Favorite food is shrimp.
Oh, he missed his opportunity for 20 points.
Favorite athlete, Jason Williams, that outstanding player. Jarnett now with 19 points.
Shareef banged it hard, slapped around. Who's got it? Tom O'Neal back to Shareef. Got to hit this one. Into the corner. Szatkowski, that's going to be short, but he's fouled.
Might be 2 or 3. If he's outside the arc, he gets 3 free throws.
3.
Foul charge number 23, Brian Faith, his 3rd and the 10th team foul. Both teams over.
Well, that's not so bad, is it?
No, if you can hit the free throws.
If he hits them all, they're under 10 points.
Foul outside the 3-point range.
3 shots. Interesting. How many do you think he'll make?
1.
Let's let him make all 3.
Huh?
Let's make all 3.
Archie O'Brien wants a timeout. He recognizes what's happening here, and he wants to ice the shooter a little bit, too.
Well, I'll tell you, Archie O'Brien looks like they're going to win this game, but there's still 2:24 on the clock. If they do win the game, he won it when he went to that full-court pressure.
You should be just straight up, waving your hand, just to take his eyes off the basket. That's all. We're not blocking the shot. Just contest it, and then come straight down. Lost your balance. You never up that high. You lost your balance. Guys, we're up by 17. Come on. Hey, yeah, come on, boys. Make sure you set. No, we've been in the belly all half. That's why that graph might be going out the door with Jacobs. And you got our people. Yeah. Oh, okay, show me the peak. Come on, White. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Walter?
There's a lot of noise in this building.
Walter. How many fingers do I have up?
Well, Mike Chatelle saying, hey, guys, we got to start taking some three-point shots. That's about their only hope here, Frank.
Waiting for the officials to set up for this. The second of 3 free throws for Jon Szatkowski. Jon gets that high arcing rainbow free throw.
I said he's making all 3.
I said he'd make 2, so
you did not. You hedged. He likes passing, shooting, defense, seeing the whole floor. He played varsity golf for 2 years, football, JV, baseball, wants to be an architect, and favorite musical artist, Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven.
Say it better, favorite food, anything in large quantities. That's Jon Szatkowski, 3 for 3, yes, all net. The lead is down to 9, 62-53.
The #1 hit of all time, Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin.
Dan Sciascia is back into the contest. There's the double team on the basketball. Kicked over to Jarnot, down to Jimenez. Playing keep away right now. Jarnot finds the open man and the foul. Good foul by Shareef.
Yeah, good foul. He got his hand in there because Jimenez was going to lay it in. Well, they've got it down to 9, and like I said, Frank, I think Iroquois is going to have to hit their free throws here down the stretch to win this ball game, to ice it.
Well, let's see what Jimenez does with the first one. Very nice shot. The lead is back to 10. Weatherby's back in for the Chiefs.
Looking for the sweep. Girls won 51-32 over Tonawanda.
Jimenez with 10 points, as you can see. And the second free throw just as good as the first, 64-53. O'Neal, as they pull the press off, finds the open man. Shareef, they can't take too much time here to get this shot away.
That's a lot of sneakers flying around out there.
12 seconds. Shareef gets the man to hang in the air, and that's an air ball. Jimenez kicks it over to Cunningham. Cunningham away from the defenders.
Nice job by Cunningham.
Well, they're going to do it right here. 1:30 and counting down, and there's the reach-in foul.
Well, he took about 10 seconds off the clock, too, bringing the ball up court. The freshman, who probably gets sick of hearing that he's the little brother of Eva Cunningham.
Well, Eva's going to be gone next year, so Jon will...
But he'll still be the little brother because Eva's going to be at Niagara.
Well, Jon wrote that he was part of the Diocesan Grade School Championship team. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
So he's had some great successes with basketball so far in his life.
Well, he's quite a player. I mean, it's a credit to him that he's starting at the point guard position as a freshman. So by the time he's a junior or senior, he's going to be an outstanding player.
Dan Howard taking some time there, deciding whether he should stay on the court or not with 5 personal fouls. And Mike Chatelle is going to take all the time he can in sending in a substitute.
Well, it's up to Dan if he wants to continue or not, and the officials would have to pick it up. But I think they waved him off right away.
Well,
Joe Greco and Richard Andrzejewski, the 2 officials working the game. And it was the press put on by Archie O'Brien and the Iroquois Brain Trust in the second quarter. Actually, with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, that turned this game around.
And Mike Chatelle, a little gamesmanship here. He took all the time he could possibly take to send in the substitute player for the player who fouled out, Dan Howard. And then as soon as everybody's set, the officials are ready to inbound the ball, he calls timeout.
Officials do not like that.
They do not.
They do not like it. Jarnot with 19 points.
You're bringing the ball up. Bring it. You 2 spot. You're bringing it up. You spot. You're bringing up. You 2 spot. It's going to be long rebound. We need your board. All right. If you can get it quick 2, put it in, we'll get another timeout. Okay, we need a good look down here. Sean, I need as many boards as possible. If you can kick it out, you guys slide with the rebound on the perimeter. Understand? If you catch it, slide to it. All right? Catch, get it out, we got to keep boards. We got to foul right away. We need to get it in foul. Okay, John, you're learning with 4. We got to. We need the ball. Go for 5. Who? No, 3. Less than 4. Okay? Okay, here we go.
3 timeouts, they have the arrow.
1, 2, 3.
Well, the Iroquois Chiefs were 1-1 coming into this game. Lost their opener to Kenny 60-46. Who we're going to have on in our next broadcast, and beat West Seneca East 51-44. Last year, remember, they were 21-3. They lost in the Far West Regionals to Aquinas 68-59. Last year was the first time that Archie O'Brien or any Iroquois team ever won the overall B title.
First free throw is good. From John Cunningham.
So Archie, they've won 3 straight division titles, Division 3, and they might be on their way to winning a 4th here. And they've developed a pretty good program now under head coach Archie O'Brien.
65-53, 12 points. The difference between these two teams right now. Counting down to 120 in this 4th quarter.
And I should say better than pretty good, an excellent program here, Frank. 3 straight divisional titles.
Sure, that's great. Shareef gets free, gets the pick, gets the shot. A little short with it. And Sean Brown gets fouled by Cunningham.
Well, you know the Tigers will be looking forward to the rematch when they go back and get them in their gym. And of course, Maryville's going to have a little bit to say in this division. And we're going to take a look at that Kenmore East team. They must be pretty good because the Iroquois team 60-46 in our next broadcast.
Sean Brown misses the free throw. Adrian Orta comes in for Amir Shareef.
Got an interesting question to pose to you, Frank.
Sean Brown, second one looks better. A little strong with it though, and Weatherby gets fouled by Orta.
When Jarnett got hurt, John Jarnett, and he hurt his leg and it looked like he might not continue. Had he not been able to continue from that point on, would they have won this game?
Hard to say. He had a great night scoring. But Brian
And defense, too.
Brian Faith was on fire at the time, too. That's tough to tell.
Jarnett did so much out there, rebounding.
A few steals in this game, too. There's Weatherby. Missing the front end. There's all 2-shot free throws right now.
Looks like Jarnett had about 7 rebounds in there.
Weatherby 1 shot.
Had a pretty good all-around game.
Weatherby again. Free throw is good. Builds the lead to 13 points and heading down to 1 minute to go in this 4th quarter. A lot of contact there between Weatherby and Shareef. And they're going to say Iroquois ball on a possession.
Archie O'Brien cheering the troops on, saying good job late in this game. We got here early. The modified team was going through a lot of work out. And they look pretty good for the Iroquois Chiefs. And that's nice to have not only a JV team, but a modified team, Frank.
Yep.
That's something. When you talk to the Buffalo schools, they don't even have JV programs.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Jimenez going to the free throw line. He'll get 2 free throws. It was Sean Brown with the foul. And Jimenez misses.
33 Shareef, 40.
Jimenez has struggled a little bit with his shooting in this game.
21 checks in for the Iroquois Chiefs.
But not at the line. He's 4 out of 5 at the line with 11 points in the game.
Dave Monty gets some playing time for the Chiefs there. Ball missed. Controlled by O'Neal. Oh, tough shot there. 3-point chance. And wow, why would Hunter foul him out there?
Well, the game's over, 66-53, but you do not want to give him 3 shots. And look at Archie O'Brien. He is not happy here.
Well, that's the one thing I can say, Walt, that might be the only freshman mistake we could attribute to either of the freshmen here tonight on the court for the Chiefs.
And Mike Chatelle, his club see Mike's very disappointed. If you talk to Archie O'Brien, Amherst was going to win. If you talk to Mike Chatelle, Iroquois was going to win.
Amazing. Klaffka trying the second of 3. Hits that one. That cuts the margin. 12 points.
Archie really had me believing that Amherst was going to win this ball game. I don't know.
Pretty good at that, huh? Well, I was going back and forth with both of them. And when we had our conversation prior to the start of the game, and neither one was conceding anything. They said, well, Maryvale's always going to be there too. So
yeah.
Just throwing a little bit more gas on the fire.
Well, until 2 minutes to go in that first quarter, we have a timeout here. And when he put on that press, until that point, it was all Amherst. Even though it was only 15 to 11.
No, but they were controlling the game.
They were controlling everything.
Yep. Listening in from time to time, interesting how the coaches handled their huddle.
Well, I'm sure the viewing audience is hearing what we're hearing. You could hear the coaches, but boy, is there crowd noise. I think we're getting a lot of the cheerleaders in that one certain section.
It's like an echo chamber down there. Well, 46.3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And doubleheader coverage right here on HTTV, and some of the young players.
Making a lot of noise, these young guys.
Yeah, really.
And girls. Well, this is a big win for Iroquois. I mean, they lost all those good players last year.
Yeah, they had Mahoney.
Yeah, and they lost Steck.
There's the foul in the corner, and this game's going to go on forever. As they're going to exchange free throws, an 11-point difference between the two teams.
Number 41, Tryon, this is first.
They pretty much lost the strength of their team, and Archie O'Brien really didn't know how they were going to react here in their first test of the year, but they passed it.
Brian Carey going to the free throw line.
Brian
indicating that he likes ice fishing.
Great time of the year.
Yeah.
Or should we say they didn't pass their test, they aced it.
Second free throw coming up right now for Brian Carey. Looks better, and he gets it. 67-55. Szatkowski tries the 3, and they crash the boards. Shareef goes up and gets it. Shareef hangs it up over the rim and gets the basket and the timeout now from Mike Chatelle.
He's a good-looking athlete. Okay, here's the test for you, Frank. In 2 previous games, Faith scored how many points?
In 2 previous games? 2.
5.
Okay.
So he averaged 2.5, and Jarnett scored 14 in 2 previous games.
Total.
So
he was averaging 7 points coming in.
Jimenez scored 35, so he was their leading scorer at 17.5.
Yes.
And the players that they lost last year, Jacob Steck, Lawrence Mahoney, and Brad Ertl.
Right.
Well, Weatherby has been quiet in this game with 1 point, and they expected big things out of Weatherby this year. But Jarnett and Jimenez have played their roles out, and Faith gave them a huge game.
Well, Iroquois a little late coming out of their huddle there. And it will be Iroquois basketball, and you can expect a quick foul here. And Sciascia gets the foul call against him.
Now they can get a little closer, but I don't think they can win this game now. They're down 10 with 34.4 to go. 34 seconds.
Cutting it on the line with 2 shots.
Cunningham gets his 2 free throw tries.
That's amazing, Frank. A freshman starting at varsity. That is amazing. Freshman starting at varsity.
Sure.
Pretty good ball club, too.
Cunningham second, a little better looking, and he gets it up and over the rim.
Both Cunningham and Potter are very good players for freshmen.
30 seconds left. Shareef. Sean Brown tries a three. Missed it. Loose ball and bounce off of Iroquois. It'll be Amherst basketball with 23.4 seconds left. The longest last 2 minutes in sport, I think.
Well, the biggest.
O'Neal leans in, tried to draw a contact foul, and they're not going to call it for him.
O'Neal can't believe it. I think he did get fouled, but maybe the officials thought that he was initiating the contact. But you can't initiate the contact. That's a good no call if he did initiate it.
Weatherby looking long, and there goes Hutter. Hutter lays it up and in. 14 seconds left. That should do it.
Smooth player
with the basketball. Orta leaves it short, an air ball. Goes back to the Iroquois Chiefs. They try another long pass. Cunningham's going to get there. It's going to go out of bounds with 4.2 seconds left. It'll go back to Amherst.
Amherst gets a shot for maybe a three-point attempt.
This one will wind up being a 13-point victory for the Iroquois Chiefs.
Not yet. Three-point shot.
Orta fires and misses. And there's the buzzer to close out the second half of our game 2 of our doubleheader as Archie O'Brien's Iroquois Chiefs come out ahead 70-57. And they were in trouble after one quarter, Walt, but they righted the ship, outscoring the opposition in the second quarter 27-11, and they rode that wave all the way to the victory.
Well, that's what they needed. You know, that's all they needed was that full court pressure and that 27-11 burst. And don't forget they did well from the 2-minute mark remaining in the first quarter when they put the press on, and then the entire second quarter, and that was the difference in the game, Frank.
I agree 100%. Archie O'Brien talking to Mike Chatelle. What are they talking about? No, you're better. No, you're better. No, you're better. No, you're better.
It's one of our conversations.
Exactly. And Archie's laughing about it. And I would say that they're going to have to worry about Maryvale, too, from what they both say. They both say that Maryvale's even better than the both.
I think Archie's Sly Fox there. He's got a pretty good club.
I would say so. He's got a good group of players, and that play that up-tempo style, that's going to put the fear into a lot of teams that they're going to face. And you need to turn the pressure up. That's a lot of pressure from those quick athletes on the floor.
No doubt about it. There's one of the stars of the game, Jon Jarnett, an outstanding game. I mean, he normally doesn't score. He only averaged 7 points per game coming into this game, the first 2 games. He had 19 points, I believe, in this contest. He had a big contest.
Well, 70-57, the final score. We'll come back with our post-game interview guests right here on HTTV.